Here we go! Pre-show, post-show, Borderlands 3, let's go! Last time you played Borderlands, confused after 15 minutes? Damn. It's not that hard. Billions of guns. Got split screen still. I'm not gonna hurt my back at a meet-up, Mark. Later, Yami.
I love the cover art for this game.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to your
You sound so unenthused.
Sorry.
of Borderlands 3. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the busiest lady in the business, Andrea Renee.
What's good, Greg?
Borderlands, of course, and the best hair in the business, Fran Mirabella III.
Good morning, sir.
A good morrow to you, sir. How are you? What is everybody's hype level? We're finally here.
Interesting.
I mean, how can you not be hyped? Borderlands has been.
It's weird
so
seeing
long
this
making
lot.
Borderlands 3, and we are finally going to get to see gameplay. So it's max level
Why?
hype, right?
I don't know. Just I'm used to them being on kind of funny content, not on other people's content.
The energy is really
It's weird
electric.
seeing Fran there,
after that
I
amazing
think.
Well,
reveal
he's
at
just
PAX
getting out there,
finally,
isn't he? He's
we've
just
been
getting out there doing
wondering
these
when
things.
They were gonna announce Borderlands
Yeah.
3, like for realsies.
I know,
Yeah.
yes. The wait is
Like,
almost
having
over,
great
ladies and
places, I don't
gentlemen.
think
You just
feels
have to put
weird
up with
anymore.
us for 30 minutes.
No, yeah, I get what you
Randy
mean.
Pitchford and Paul Sage will give a 1-hour presentation
1 hour.
detailing everything you need to know about
A whole
Borderlands 3.
hour.
And if that
Very
wasn't
long.
enough, once they leave the stage, you put up with us for another like 30 minutes, but then
It's true.
3 hours of Borderlands streamers showing you everything you can do in the game. I can't wait. Andrew, you and I, longtime Borderlands fan, I am excited to see what they have up their sleeve for Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
Bit
so
quiet.
We got a really good
Oh, sorry,
look,
I'll
and
tap.
obviously that trailer that they debuted about a month and a half ago has been broken down frame by frame. So we know we've got these
Gun
two new
by
villains.
gun.
Yeah.
No, exactly, right? These two new villains, the
Yeah.
Calypso twins.
Yeah.
We've got 4 new Vault Hunters. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a little bit more from them, see some gameplay, obviously, maybe see some familiar faces.
Of course, yeah, that's what Borderlands is such a rich, storied universe. I want to know more about it. Fran, everybody in the chat, I'm sure right
Are
now
they showing it
is
in
asking,
8K?
why is Fran
It'd be
here?
4K.
What's
Fran
that guy doing
Mirabella,
there?
of course,
That's what
the
Chris
looter
said.
shooter guy, right?
Yeah.
When you're on
Wait,
the
what?
Gamescast, that's
They
what
said,
you're talking about.
why
When you're
is Fran
streaming, that's
here?
what you're streaming.
Yeah.
But Borderlands
yeah.
new to you.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play it. I know there's people out there like that. I'm into looter shooters, so yeah, all the time. Why haven't you played it yet? I've always wanted to. When was the right time? Game of the Year edition came out.
Yeah.
I hopped in, didn't know I was doing this event even. I was already in, started playing, got into Borderlands 2, and I'm definitely I'm getting the hooks in me. I can see what makes Borderlands special, and so I'm really excited to see what Borderlands 3 has in store, how it's evolving.
It's for everybody. It's for fans like Andrea and I. It's for people like Fran, who just fell off the
newcomers.
turnip truck,
That's
and here
right.
they are, ready to do
That's
it. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much you love or hate Borderlands, you have things to do right now. You can sign up for the Vault Insider program if you go to Borderlands.com.
What do I get for
What
that?
this does, of course, is rewards you with loyalty points, so you can start earning rewards in Borderlands 3 right now just by going there, syncing your Twitch account to the
Deal.
Vault Insider program.
I'm in.
Borderlands.com has all the information for you. But before we get any further into this, we keep talking about the PAX trailer. Let's go look at it. Let's see what we know.
Cool. Oh, we're
about
gonna look at it.
Borderlands
Is it actually
3
gonna run?
so far?
I'm
No stutters.
It actually runs smoothly, guys. Well, I'm only saying what you were all thinking, alright?
Who's your character fix?
I haven't got one yet.
That answer should always be the same. She has 8 arms. You know what she could do with 8 arms? Fix?
Jerk me off in 8 different ways.
I wasn't thinking that, but yeah, you're not wrong.
It'd be the, it wouldn't be, look, it'd be the same person, but it would feel different 8 different times. I'm all for it. It's like when you use your left hand instead of your right, or whatever way.
Exactly.
It's like, yo, this feels way different. I like it.
Then you feel like you're cheating on your right hand, and that's not cool.
I don't ever feel like I'm cheating.
Speaks a lot about your character, Fix.
I don't know any of the names yet.
One of them's name is Zane, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the old dude, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I was thinking 8 arms, good for Division 2 raid.
Who needs a full squad?
I got 8 arms, bitches, we good. Now we know why your profile is so slow on HG's laptop, yo. I don't ever do anything on that laptop, that's why my PC needs restarting. For those that want to sign up for the rewards and stuff, I'll put the link in chat now. Sign up. Just like it's going to be some gun skins. Might be guns or gun skins. Amongst some other things, so might be worth doing. I've done it. Just sign up with my Twitch. Because I guarantee there's Twitch loot in this game because there's an extension. I really like the look of the extension though. It looked really cool.
Oh yeah, it looked way... It's kind of like what I personally wanted from an extension with the game, but like all of them just look so third party.
Well, it just saves the conversation, doesn't it? Of like, oh,
yeah.
what's in it, what loadout, what skills you using? It's like, it's there you go, look.
And it's very Borderlands.
Yeah.
So that's Borderlands 3. Those are the memories we will be making. But I want to talk about where we've all been with Borderlands. And I want to start with you, noob.
Yeah,
Fran,
okay.
All right, you just start. For you, what is Borderlands? What is the Borderlands feature that now that you've been playing you think Borderlands?
Yeah, it's like I've been around it for so long. The people in my career have always said, play Borderlands.
And you don't listen to us.
Now I do.
Your best friend
I'm
telling
in now,
you to play
man.
it.
You don't
and
have to
refuse.
sell me on it anymore. I'm in, man. But I know what a looter shooter is, and so I thought I knew what to expect. But there is something special about it. The way that they do the loot grind.
Yeah.
You hear about so many guns, but when I started
crazy.
playing, and it was getting just the worst of the guns.
Just crappy gun after crappy gun.
And I love it. I love how it just scales, and your weight. Every drop is important so far in my experience, and I just can't wait to see how they evolve that in 3 and getting super powerful and even crazier guns, hopefully.
Andrea, you're the one who keeps saying, right, they are the origin of the looter shooter. And I still think few games do it as well. When you kill someone or something and it just rains guns and there's so much loot on the ground, that's what makes Borderlands so exciting, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's not just the fact that there's a lot of guns or just the fact that it's like so cool the way it kind of confettis out of enemies.
Yeah.
But the guns have such a unique personality in the Borderlands franchise. Which
I like
I
the one
think
that
is what
screams.
resonates with fans.
So remember that gun?
You know, whether you're playing with a
Fucking hate
Tedior, or a
that
Torg,
gun.
or my personal favorite, the
As you
long
shoot it,
one,
you're like,
Elemental
Jesus.
gun.
I know what that means now.
I understand
know.
these references. You're getting too fancy, man. Hyperion. Just stick with it. I
like
don't
loud guns.
want.
Okay,
There's
too.
nothing worse than when I'm shooting somebody and it says resist, resist, and I'm like, no, that's why I just stick to bullets. All right, I don't need the
You
elemental.
gotta be better with your
bullets.
strats.
She's
Greg.
elemental.
I have a stretch.
Ugh.
Shoot it in the head till it's dead. That's what it's about. Andrea, for you, what do you think of? What is your Borderlands feature?
I mean, in addition to the guns, I mean, it's this amazing cast of Vault Hunters,
Sure,
right? We have
sure.
so many characters over, several games now, over a dozen different Vault Hunters to choose from, and we're getting obviously a whole new crop
Fix,
for
let's talk
Borderlands
DLC.
3,
Who do you think the
but
first DLC
the
character
characters
is?
and the NPCs in the world just
What?
feel like they have so much more
Yeah, who do you think the
personality
first
than your
DLC
typical
character is?
shooter,
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
right?
right?
So much style.
Get theorizing
Who do
so we
you
can put out
choose when
those
you think
YouTube
of
videos
Vault
really
Hunter?
Oh
early.
yeah, of course. So
Who
start
do you
it
want?
early, and then we'll get all
so
the views,
Siren
right?
Class is my main
Oh.
class,
And then we'll put
so
confirmed in
Ryan's
the title,
probably
even
my
though it's It's not
I really
confirmed.
like this.
Confirmed,
You would think that she'd be
and
my
then put a
main
screenshot
because
of it zoomed
obviously
in
red
like
hair.
in one
I love
corner
characters
with
red
a
hair.
circle around
But,
it.
she's
which
great,
makes
but
it
I
look like
really
it's
love the skill
flag
tree
grab.
set that Maya had, so I'm
remember a
really
gun you throw to
looking
reload?
forward to
Yeah, that gun was
seeing,
sick.
some more gameplay from Amara. While we haven't
sure.
seen any gameplay from Amara yet.
Yeah.
So she's the new Siren in Borderlands 3.
That'd be Haley's
Keeping
character.
my fingers crossed, she's gonna be awesome.
She has the mini arms and
Right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Steps
yeah, trailer and
First
stuff, right?
DLC
you
character,
mean
Big
the
Daddy
best
from
six-pack
Bioshock.
abs you've ever seen?
she looks jacked.
Well,
Yo,
maybe
that'd be
take
hype
care
as
of
fuck.
that. Yeah, don't twist my
Oh,
arm.
we know that you're not afraid to.
For me, when I think of Borderlands and I think of features, right, what defines Borderlands for me has always been the humor, right? And that's why I think of Handsome Jack, that's why I think of Claptrap,
Yeah.
right? Both of them. Two
I wish
dark
I got
and
invited to
disturbing
this event.
characters in different
Joker
ways,
from
but
Persona
characters I
5
love so
confirmed.
much, right? Handsome Jack, a horrible dude, but is he funny? He's very funny. And I
pretty
like
funny.
seeing-
You love to hate him. He's one
Exactly,
of us,
and then through the collection, actually feeling for him, where we get to Tales from the Borderlands, and I'm actually like, well, yeah, don't erase him. We got to figure out how to save Handsome Jack, even though he's a monster. In Claptrap, the same deal, right? Where Claptrap sits there with his
Claptrap's
sweet,
the best.
sing-songy voice talking about how depressed he
Wait, are
is.
you saying he's
Second
a monster?
DLC character.
A little bit.
NBA
Everyone kind of hates Claptrap, but
2K20
they
is
also
LeBron
love
James.
Claptrap.
I love him.
Yeah, what's
Yo.
your Claptrap story, Fran?
Yeah, I mean, well, I
Extra
still have
DLC is
much
him
to
in his,
experience,
Cavs
but,
uniform,
in-
but
when
that
I was
costs you
playing
extra money.
Borderlands 2, and there's that gate scene. They put you up on a turret to, like, no big spoilers here or anything.
He doesn't use
shoot a
guns,
gate
though. He
down.
just dumps
You're the
on
only
people.
person who's new to Borderlands 2 watching.
Just to be, no, there's many new fans, I'm sure. But he's standing in front of this gate, and he's like, all right, I'm going to tell you when to shoot it, and I'm going to stand here, but don't shoot it yet,
Yeah.
because that would be really dangerous. Okay, you can shoot it, but not yet. That was a test. And it's like, that was my first, like, big foray into how much humor and style they put into it. And it just prevails throughout the whole series.
I wonder if they're going to
And-
support the
and
streaming
that's what makes
community
Borderlands
as
special. Like you
hard
said,
as it
it's not
seems like
the
they're going
guns,
to.
It's the style.
I think
the
they are.
characters and the writing is just fantastic.
That means
all
they
the
better have
guns
good
I've
endgame.
shot, right? When I think of my favorite Borderlands memory,
I think
what
they
comes
will.
up to me
Hopefully
is
they
Tales
will.
from the Borderlands when Gortys gets introduced to Loaderbot, and Loaderbot is sitting there pretty much destroyed, about to be done, right? And she's like, hey, how are you? And he's like, how's your day?
remember that
He's like,
moment.
to be honest, it's a mixed bag. I remember being in hysterics, and that's still a conversation I'll go back and watch on YouTube. Just when I'm feeling like the need to, right? That's my memory. My other Borderlands memory, my old roommate Mike, right? When Borderlands 2 came out, we moved his TV into the living room, and then from one Friday all the way through work on Monday morning, sat there and played Borderlands side by side. That's what this game's all about. What is your memory, Andrea?
For me, and the reason
Fix,
I
I'm gonna
wore
bring
my
TV
shirt today,
over to your
is
place,
Tiny
and
Tina,
you're not welcome
right?
in my house.
She is
We have
such a
Whoa.
main
We have Discord.
character. I like vividly
Whoa.
remember when we got to meet her in
I've never
Borderlands 2.
So
Because when
insulted.
you
I
get to
can't
meet like a
believe this.
murderous
You'll get over it.
13-year-old inside of a video game. And
You don't know
I
that.
just really thought she was a fun
I
character
mean,
that we hadn't seen before, and of course voiced
I
by
do.
the amazing Ashley Birch.
Sure.
Who really
This game
brought-
started her career. All right?
heard of her.
You're welcome, everybody else. Life is strange. Horizon is Borderlands.
It's kind of wild to think about how far back that was.
Yeah, I know,
and,
right?
And how much she's done.
Do you
since
remember that
then.
game when it was like, wait, the girl
I'm
from
surprised
YouTube?
I didn't make
Hey,
her.
Ash, what you playing is going to be in this video game? That's weird.
I'm surprised I
She
didn't.
crushed it. I
like,
mean, I think
literally
Tiny Tina's
make
one of the most
Tiny
iconic
Tina as
characters,
a
and now we
playable
get to
character.
see Tina
Yeah.
a little bit older, and maybe
Yeah.
we'll see her in the
Playable
reveal
characters
today.
don't really get like
Ooh, a tease? I
their
hope
own
so.
like characteristics
Fran, I'd ask
till
you for your
after their
favorite
game.
memory, but you're a newborn. You
Okay.
have
Is it
none.
coming to
You
Switch?
suck
I
at
don't
that. But hey,
think so.
everybody, welcome if you've never played Borderlands before. One of the
I
big
wouldn't have thought
changes
so.
from Borderlands 1, 2, and even into the pre-sequel, I'll say, is streaming is taken off. And if you didn't know, there's a whole team of Borderlands streamers, and they wanted to share some of their favorite moments.
I'm sipping my TV as
trying to steal
well.
my XP.
Fix, I hope you have a comfy couch. I don't, so don't come.
Trying to steal it. Oh!
Woo! You didn't like that?
No, Brick! Thank you so much, Lynn. Oh my God, I love
Dude,
you.
we should go play the DLC for this.
Probably shouldn't be around very long, right? Oh, what? No, you're dead in like 2 shots?
Since we have the characters that
Oh my God! Cloud Kill hits like a truck.
Oh my God, what the? What the hell is that?
What is my luck today? Hi! Yes!
We've all had that moment.
15. Whatever you want.
What the?
That killed you?
Yes, it killed me.
That was amazing.
No, it was not amazing.
Oh, we got it. Oh my God. I'm shaking. Oh my God.
Oh
guys.
wow, look
We
at the
got
damage
it.
on that.
We got this. Freaking big nightmare of a sniper.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Why do you need it?
Big damage.
Because it's awesome. Look at it blow stuff up.
The plan didn't work. Panic. God damn it.
Yeah! I killed him by jumping on him. Death by jump.
Trying to sell all this stuff.
I hate this.
I'm done. I'm leaving.
Man. That's what
I remember fighting him.
That is what Borderlands is all about.
Yeah.
Getting the big loot drops, screaming, running, dying a lot. They died a lot in that.
There was a lot of dying.
Right? I think Borderlands is so great at making you feel empowered, and then to see everybody screaming and getting crushed by just rocks and things flipping over.
You never know what you're going to get in
You
the game.
never
That's
know
part
what
of
you're
what's
gonna get.
special about it, right?
Yeah, of course. If you need more Borderlands streaming in your life, of course, they are streaming Monday through Friday, featuring many of the streamers you just saw, and also
What about me?
huge bosses. We know about
I don't
loot,
think you're
we know
included,
about
Fix.
characters,
Oh,
we know
okay.
about comedy.
I could just do it.
Borderlands is known for putting in a lot
And pretend to be
different
one of them.
bosses.
And put
Those
like a
same
hashtag
streamers
in my...
put together another video
Put your
package.
camera over one of their cameras.
Favorite boss fights and loot drops.
Have your controller in your hand on the screen so they see you playing. Like,
Do you
oh
like
man, this
shooting?
gameplay is
Yo,
amazing.
Yo, Dr. 29, thank you for the bits. When I didn't get any bits.
Bro. When'd you change your notifications on? It was a recent thing.
Yeah, just did it, just did it.
kidding me? What am I doing right in this? Oh my god, I lived.
Okay, that's bad.
2 years? Jeez!
What's going on? Ah! Ah!
Welcome back after a long time out.
That is too much, dude.
What if I melee it real close?
Whoops!
Bad plan!
Kill it!
I am so good.
And you've got to be kidding me!
Featured Dad will send you a free copy of Borderlands 3. I don't think he will, funny enough.
From mercy!
Wait! 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 Wait!
Got him.
Come on, die, please, 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 please. Yes! I did the thing, yes!
Your stupid face!
Look at all these bosses I didn't even fight.
Told you, bosses are not
Right?
going to be farmed.
These are all the endgame bosses.
Oh my god!
You can tell how old some of these are, but like the quality of the shrink.
Are you kidding me, guys? Yes! 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 Yes!
How do you feel about the no split loot? Or I mean, everybody gets their
I'm
own.
better with it. I prefer it because now I haven't got to like curse at Haley. Fix, you know,
What
they will have
memories
spare
that
Xbox codes that
montage
kind of
brings
funny.
back,
I don't
Andrea?
ask
Do you
kind of
remember
funny for
doing
codes for
that,
anything.
running grinds, trying to get the right gun?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I try to get
absolutely.
things off my own
For
merit,
me,
and if
it
I
was
can't,
a
I'll
lot
buy it
of
myself.
replaying missions with my friends.
Yep.
Because I never wanted to wait for them to get online and play, and so then I would have to jump into their game.
Sure.
And we would run the same missions over and over again. But like, it's like you never know when you're gonna get that magical legendary drop. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. That was the thing. Is like I remember again back to playing with Mike. Like he was so obsessed and would run the same boss fight over and over and over again, trying to get the right drop. You see in that montage, right? 36, run 36. Fran,
That's, yeah.
what is so hypnotic about looter shooters that will do? People that'll happen for them.
Yeah, I
They'll
mean,
sit there and
what
do
up,
it all
Dan?
over and over and over.
You're describing why none of my friends ever see me
Later,
outside the
dude.
house.
Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate
That's what
it.
gets me, that perfect drop, the drop that your friends are talking about. And that is exactly what makes looter shooters special, and it's that you're not guaranteed to get it. And one, it's how fun is the challenge of facing the boss, playing with your friends, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, I always equate it to maybe in the game itself, you know, you go to Moxie's, you pull the lever, you play in the slots, and you
I'll play the
might get the
slots
drop,
for
but you
hours.
might get a grenade that just pops out and you get damage. So
Yeah.
when you do get something special, man, it's so meaningful and it adds to your power, and I just can't wait to play more of Borderlands 2 now and go
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
it. And I haven't finished it yet, but
Get off the
Borderlands 3
stage!
I know.
Oh my
Security!
gosh, you startled me.
Sorry, I'm here too.
You think I'd be used to it
Oh,
by now.
you thought that just because they hired us for this stream, I'd be quiet? I won't be quiet. I'm still Greg.
Can't silence him.
Speaking of not being quiet, Greg, do you have awesome Borderlands clips or cosplay you'd love to share with the Gearbox team? Go ahead and get on social media. Use hashtag Borderlands3 and share them. You might be featured in future Borderlands 3 events.
Is that no, you don't want to
Obviously,
share yours, or
this is
no,
far
you
from
don't
their
have
last
to
stop,
share?
No,
I'm
I'm
sure.
not sharing,
They
man.
have a lot of different trade shows coming up. There's this thing happening in LA soon. Who knows, though? I
But
don't
there was
know.
a copy under our seat. I was taking one home with me.
No,
No, it's
sorry.
later.
No, it's
Okay.
God,
All right.
Can you imagine if they were like, guess what? We lied. It's
It
out
is
now.
out today. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
my
it's not.
goodness. If Randy's listening, it's a
Randy?
good idea for him out there.
He has the power.
Yeah, I know, right? So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking today about Borderlands 3.
That's what happens
I
to
swear.
you, mate.
I realize in the chat you're very much like, just show
We
us
do that to
Borderlands
make sure that
3.
nobody
We're gonna
takes
show
the
you
loot.
Borderlands 3. But before we get to where we're going, we need to catch you up on the story so far. So here's everything you need to know about the Borderlands universe so far.
Did you really follow the Borderlands story?
Yes, I love Borderlands. I'll be honest with you, watching this, I'm like, oh, I should go and play pre-sequels. I actually never finished it.
Pandora. A savage, desolate wasteland of a planet. That is until its legendary vault was forced open, and the priceless alien mineral iridium grew across the world. Enter the greedy tyrant, CEO of Hyperion, Handsome Jack. With a fortune made from harvesting iridium, he set his sight on a new vault. The Vault of the Warrior.
Did you play it, Dan?
Rumors of this new vault lured a band of brave fools. The new Vault Hunters, seeking
Are we actually going to have some
fortunes
squads
on
to play this game?
Pandora.
No.
Jack was set on
I'm not even going to pretend we are. Everyone will say they get it, and then no one will get it.
But they survived.
Or they'll get it on
Joined the
PlayStation.
Crimson Raiders in their crusade against
Well, I'm hoping we find out if it's
One.
crossplay today.
With the
PlayStation
Guardian
One system
Angel
that
on
probably
their
won't have
side,
crossplay.
they seemed well on their
Yeah,
way
I
to
did make
glory.
that.
But the Angel was not all she appeared to be. She double-crossed the Vault Hunters.
I did.
Tricked them into sabotaging the Crimson
Very
Raiders.
good.
And gave Jack the
Very
upper
funny.
hand. Realizing she was being used as his pawn, she
I completed
turned
one, played a
on
lot of
Handsome
two,
Jack.
but not sure if I'll get through.
The Vault
Fair
Hunters
enough.
learned that Angel was no machine, as they had believed, but one of the 6 sirens, and imprisoned by her father, Jack. He injected her with iridium to charge the Vault Key. In a valiant effort to stop Jack's plan, she sacrificed herself. Enraged by the death of his daughter and determined not to fail, Jack captured another siren, Lilith, and forced her to charge the Vault Key and awaken the warrior. For you see, this vault was no mere treasure chamber, but a resting place for an ancient Iridian construct, an alien colossus, to be controlled by whoever woke it with the power of the key. Kill.
So finally, let's turn our eyes to Borderlands 3. Wild speculation time. Andrea, what are you expecting from Borderlands 3 today?
I'm certainly expecting a lot more locations than
Sure.
we saw in previous Borderlands. From the trailer that we've seen so far, they did a lot of fast cuts of some really cool looking spots that
Yeah.
don't look like Pandora. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a reveal that they're really expanding
Yeah, that's
the
the story,
Borderlands
yeah.
universe today. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. What do you want from the story, you think?
I was mostly just
From
the
the
story of
story?
2, though.
I mean, obviously, I want
that's
some
it. It's
setup as
Boogie.
to who these twins are, the Clifton
Sure,
twins,
sure.
and like what they're doing, what their motivations are.
How dare they?
What?
How dare they?
Where
Not
did you
set
come
them
from,
up?
twins?
I mean, they've got a really cool style to them.
Look how
they-
As
skinny he
most
looks.
things do in the Borderlands universe.
Obviously, but I mean, they look a
that
lot
Boogie?
younger.
Yes.
Obviously, that
Got his new
happened when
teeth?
Jack was.
Yeah.
So
And I watched his
great hair,
content.
like
That's
just
definitely
like
Boogie.
handsome Jack to have great hair.
I feel like everyone in Borderlands has good
But his
hair.
new
That's why
teeth, he
Frank
lost a
can
load
fit
of
right
weight.
in. Drop him
Yeah,
into
the
the
gas
bowl
tank.
of Pandora.
Yeah, the
What
gas
do you
tank.
want?
Exactly.
What do you want? What do you want from story-wise, Fran?
You know, yeah, I have this different perspective as we've been talking about. When I played from Borderlands 1 to Borderlands 2, I saw this huge quality of life improvement, the world design, the loot, just the pace of things, and it was more vibrant. I'm expecting to see, you know, now even a bigger gap between 2 and 3 coming. So a lot of the quality of life stuff, the bigger world, more
As long as
production
we don't start in
value,
the snow, I'm
all of
fine.
the above,
I hate
because it's
snow.
2019.
It was
Yeah,
like the
it's
worst
been a
thing
long
about
time since
Borderlands
we've seen
2,
Borderlands, so
starting
I
in
hope
that
to see a
snow,
big
man.
leap.
You hit the
Yeah,
nail
but
on
you
the
don't
head
like
there, to me, right?
Borderlands. I'm surprised you even watching
Storyline-wise, I
this.
expect it to be like Borderlands 1.
I'm actually really
It'll be
excited for
funny,
3,
it'll be
I'll be
great,
honest.
It'll give me a reason to go shoot a lot of things. But it's 2019, and that's what gets me excited for gameplay.
Yeah.
Is I loved Borderlands 1, 2, pre-sequel, Tales, but that's a different kind of gameplay. What does a modern 2019 Borderlands look like?
Yeah,
I think it's just
everything
gonna
from
look
the
prettier.
driving, the jumping,
Yeah.
the aiming. I mean, every game makes those improvements, and I think maybe we take for granted how long it's been. I'm hoping
I think
to
it'll
see
look as
some
good
big
as
changes there, even
you
though
can
it's
get
already great.
cell shaded to look.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I think I want to touch on is that
Well,
I
4K.
don't feel like they need to reinvent the wheel here.
Of course not.
You know, when Randy got on stage at PAX East during the reveal, he made the big joke about Battle Royale because there were some people
Yeah.
who were thinking that maybe Borderlands was going to go that route since it's such
Yeah.
a popular genre right now. But he was like, no, that's cool, but we're not making that game. So, I mean, I don't really want them to deviate. I mean,
Oh, no,
Borderlands
that's
is
fair.
great just the way it is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But going back and playing with you, friend, when we were playing Game of the Year Borderlands 1,
Yeah.
it was very much like, oh man, I love Borderlands, jumping in there and being like, oh, how do I menu? Oh wow, like this
It's
is
been a while.
This
Shall
is
say
an
look
old
better?
game.
It can,
And it was
in a way.
amazing for its
Everything
time.
can
Yeah,
always
yeah,
look
totally.
better.
But now to get
It can to a
what
certain
makes
degree, yeah.
Borderlands in 2019, like I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see that. And like even like you know the little change we saw in the trailer we just watched, right, of running guns. Like
Yeah,
the
guns with
ability
legs.
to like you
Guns
know
with legs, yeah.
yeah, like what is gonna happen? Well, how are they gonna expand what we already know about this franchise and world?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a half decade in a think tank, I think. What are we going to do with these guns that are getting even crazier? Well, I didn't expect to see legs on guns, so I can't wait to see what else they've done with them, you know?
Well, another thing I think would be great to see today is how they're going to handle the loot instancing. So, you know, they've already publicly announced that, you know, you're going to get your own loot stream, but we don't know
Sure.
how that's
What
going
does
to
that
work.
mean,
Thank God.
Because that's an ongoing issue with co-op games that have a loot element,
Yeah,
right? And
I think you
should- I think they should do it like Division.
Publishers have kind of handled
If you
it,
play
different
with each
developers
other,
have handled it
you should be able to
differently.
drop
But
loot
no
for
one's
each
nailed
other.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still always a part
Yeah.
of any end game, right? Where
Well,
you're playing something
you could
like
always
Division
trade
2,
in,
like Fran and I do.
Borderlands.
Yeah,
And you
but
get
that's
there,
'cause
it's like,
everyone's
it's great,
loot was
but
shared.
Going back and trying to play with a low-level person, it's the, I just,
I don't think they'll
all right,
change
well, I
that
killed everything.
because they
Yeah.
they already said that you also have the
Yeah.
option to
And
keep it how it
Borderlands
used to be.
Oh, you do?
clutch at
Yeah.
making what Borderlands
That's
is what
interesting.
Borderlands
I guess
is,
that'd be
right?
down to the
And
party
making
leader.
these games be true, authentic
Yeah.
to what the Borderlands franchise is. What does that look like in 2019?
Yeah, I'm
What
with
was the
Andrea
current
though. As much as I'm new to
release
it, I don't want to see a bunch of big
Canada,
changes. I
France,
think
outside? I don't
Borderlands
know
is
what you're
special for
talking
those
about.
reasons. I can already tell. Like, do we need a big raid or do we need
Matrix.
end game content? Well,
Yes.
you always need an end game, but like, these classic looter shooters I play, like,
That's
yeah, I don't
always
know
my
that we
guess
need
when it
all
involves
those
them.
things. Man, the hype is.
People are ready.
The
People
energy,
are
the
ready.
Their mics
energy
need to
is
be kind of
growing.
louder.
Yeah. If the energy's growing at your house, this is the perfect time to remind you about the Twitch extension, EchoCast. If you go to Borderlands.com right now, you can sign up. You can start earning Borderlands rewards just for watching this. It is going to come into play, very importantly, in the post-stream. I'll tell you about it later. You got to look now. This is what EchoCast is. It's a Twitch extension that lets you watch
I think it
players
looks
who are
really
playing
cool.
the game, go into their
Yeah, the
loadouts,
extension looks
check out
so
all their
clean.
guns and stuff.
I was about to say
There's
that.
some cool things you'll be able to do as well in terms of maybe getting your own, getting your own stuff in Borderlands.
Number
Can you
one,
download it yet?
Judge a streamer's loot, because that's what we need. Is you go in and you're like,
More
all right,
judgment.
you should
I don't know if
change
you
your
can
skill
equip-
tree
I don't
up,
know if you
because
can
this
put
is
it
a
on
better
yet.
way to do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to worry about the chat constantly
Even if
reminding
you
them
could,
while you're doing
like,
something.
you
Now
don't
they can
get
see it
anything from
themselves.
it,
Like,
from
you
doing
suck.
it right now.
But you can earn loot just by watching, so
I mean,
it's
it's a
actually pretty
great
cool.
way to interact with a streamer that you're already probably watching and to
Yeah.
remind people to stay engaged in that stream, and it's
That's-
just more loot.
I mean, that speaks to what I'm talking about, right? Is like, that's the kind of interactivity and thinking outside the box I expect from Borderlands. And now you already see them touching on what gaming is right now in our day and age, right? Of how to use Twitch in a completely different way. How to use it in a way that will not only make it better for the viewer, but better for the player, right?
Yeah.
Fran, you Twitch stream all the time.
Yeah.
On twitch.tv/FNAF3_.
Games have done this before.
Thank you.
Now, you get the same question over and over again, right? So when people pop into your Borderlands stream, they're always going to be asking you, what are you rolling? Why are you doing this? Well, and if they can just look at it on their own.
Yeah, so that's going to be number one. But I'm wondering, to your point, it's 2019. I haven't really thought about it, but it's clearly an important announcement for them here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's early. They've got time to go. So for it to come up now, I mean, I wonder if we're going to see more to the extension, how you expand on just co-op into community and people watching. So that could be a hook for Borderlands.
The ability to earn loot, right? Like, that's just so cool, because everybody wants
But maybe
more
you
of
can
that.
mess with your loot, right? Maybe there's a way to put you in the game with, I don't know. I'm
Oh
making
man,
it
I
up,
hope not. I think
There could be.
I think that may be just going a little too far.
Well,
Sorry, you blew up.
speaking of going too far, ladies and gentlemen, we will not go too far.
No, drain
You've been
spray,
very
drink water.
patient. Thank you for putting up
Hydro
with
bot,
us.
tell them.
It is time for
We've got a
you
minute till
to
Hydro
see
bot, mate.
an hour-long presentation of Borderlands 3, presented, of course, by Paul Sage, Randy Pitchford. Then, of course, stick around for a post-show with us, and then 3 hours of your favorite Borderlands streamers playing the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Borderlands 3.
I won't be watching the stream this time.
No.
Here we go, Crush. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event. Please welcome to the stage Borderlands 3 creative director Paul Sage.
Oh, it's the mute guy.
You don't like
And
speaking.
please welcome to the stage.
You must be a
Gearbox
real pain in the ass at
software
meetings.
founder, me, Randy Pitchford. How's it going, you guys? Thank you for joining us here in Hollywood, California, as we share Borderlands 3 gameplay for the very first time. It's hard to believe that 10 years ago, Borderlands ushered in the shooter looter. I mean, and here we are. We're about here to experience Borderlands 3. It's been about 5 years since the Gearbox software development team started working on this game, and we are so excited to be here to share it with you today.
Now, I know everybody's used to hearing me and Randy speak on behalf of the team.
Hopefully
Today,
that means they have a ton
I'd
of
like
content.
to introduce you to
You
some of
think
the
they
rest
do,
of the
right?
talent behind Borderlands.
It's the Borderlands 3 team, you guys.
Why do
That's the whole team.
I'm not. I'm all for getting the team up on stage. So it's not an hour of content we're gonna see.
An hour of
Thank you,
gameplay.
guys.
Yeah.
These developers
guess
on
not.
stage include people that have been with Borderlands from the very beginning when we first created the shooter-looter genre. And there are many folks, lots of great talent that's joined with us along the way. And all of us here have been working together with our peers back at Gearbox Frisco HQ and Gearbox Studio
like how much
Quebec.
credit they're
And
getting.
we are thrilled to be here to finally share our work. If you've ever enjoyed a
A
Borderlands
little game called
or if
Phantasy
you're
Star
looking forward
Online
to
would like a word
Borderlands
with
3,
them.
if you'll indulge me one more time, show this team, show this talent what you think. Thank you, guys. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to the team for now. They're gonna be joining us again in a bit because each of you are gonna have an opportunity later to go hands-on with Borderlands 3, and this team, we're all gonna be with you, helping you out. So thank you, guys.
Wait, the people at the event
Hey,
not play
Jeremy,
the game?
Yeah, everyone.
Daquan,
I
can you
thought they
guys
could.
hang behind and play the game?
Jeremy and
It would
Daquan
suck
are
if
gonna
they
be,
can't.
they're gonna be playing.
If like only select people, like that's a
That'd be
I'm sure you
reward.
guys have been to an event like this before, but all of this is made possible because of our publishing partner, 2K Games, and they've had support from our hardware technology partner,
do you think he's
AMD,
gonna drop
powered by
Epic Games?
Ryzen and Radeon. And we have incredibly badass AMD hardware there, powered by Ryzen and Radeon, and Paul and I wanted to put that AMD hardware to the test with a PowerPoint. So, can we start the presentation?
Yeah. So
This is
we
not
prepared a
gameplay.
presentation on what's
It's not that.
next.
Why do they
I
drag
wish this
everything
guy was
out?
me. Why is this guy
You're
not
looking at
mute?
an engine-rendered image from the very beginning of Borderlands 3. Look at the environment. It's Pandora. The art, the style. The goal was to try to create an image that was fresh, but also familiar. We wanted to look forward and taking full advantage of today's technology in a way that respects that one-of-a-kind art direction known throughout the video game world as the Borderlands art style.
Okay, let's be honest, this isn't an actual screenshot from the game. What you're looking at is the game.
Oh, that's sick.
Okay. Shout out to them.
Now, we've skipped past the logos and a lot of the introductions.
That definitely looks better than Borderlands 2.
The most honest way
a lot
to bring
better.
the game to you today was to start from the very beginning. So with that, let's play some Borderlands 3.
Oh, my girl, Amara.
Hey, you must be the new recruit. I am a CL4PTP steward.
Claptrap!
You can just call me General Claptrap of the Crimson Raiders. What's your name?
Amara.
Thanks. I'll pre-order your tombstone just in case.
Do our characters actually speak
those
now?
Tried to murder you are the children of the vault.
They've always spoken.
Bandit cult who follow their
Have they?
creepy leaders
Yeah.
with blind devotion.
Oh,
which reminds
must not have noticed.
If you're going to obey my every beck and call, you'll need an echo device. Try it out. I rinsed it off myself.
Looks like a Game Boy.
Where's the cartridge?
Slightly more powerful than the Echo 2 and twice as expensive. Besides, the Echo 2 had a tiny issue with spontaneous combustion, so they rebranded those as grenades. Now listen up, recruit. Lilith ordered us to take over a Children of the Vault propaganda center.
Yeah, minimalistic.
Time to show those culty weirdos that no one messes with the Crimson Raiders. Follow me, recruit, to glory!
So Lilith's ordered us to take over the recruitment center of the Children
Oh, and there's
of
an
the
actual
Vault.
mini-map
In the
now. It's not
introduction
just
that we
like a
skipped, you
over
would learn that
bar
the
over the
Children of the
head.
Vault is a new cult that's emerged on Pandora. Siren, Lilith, and the Crimson Raiders are recruiting new Vault Hunters.
They had
That's
that
you,
before.
that's us. And we are to
Did they?
investigate the Children of the
Bro,
Vault.
I'm pretty
Did
sure
you
it was
ever
just the
play
bar over the
Borderlands?
head. It was the bar over the head.
Was it?
Yeah.
Before we wreak our rights
You had that
again,
map you could
you'll
open
need to
up.
Register your Echo at this quick change.
I'm sure there was a
Once you
mini map
defeat
as
the
well.
cult, I'll be famous. And when I'm signing autographs, I need you looking sharp while defending me from my legions of fans/stalkers.
They've had a mini-map since 2. You're right. I don't remember the mini-map.
I'm like, what?
I just
Now,
remember
as
the
you
bar
can see
overhead.
here,
I'm gonna be
we're
honest.
playing as Amara, and she's a powerful Siren warrior. And like Claptrap mentioned, we're in the quick change, where it's up to you how you want your character to look. So you
Emotes.
can change Amara and change your emotes, obviously.
They
Oh,
definitely planned for this to be a very long-term
Money,
game.
let's
money,
keep playing
money. That's all I'm hearing. No, I'm joking.
Look at all these microtransactions.
Don't worry, corporations have our best interests at heart. Except Dawn. And Hyperion. And never mind. The propaganda center is this way.
Yeah, it looks way better.
No! This can't be happening! The entire mission is ruined! Think, Claptrap, think! You're brave and powerful, and people always do what you tell them to! That's it! Recruit, get that gate open! That's an order from your superior officer!
So obviously, you're getting a glimpse here on how we use the beginning of the game to make sure players are up to speed on how first-person video games work. We can validate that players understand how to navigate the environment and interact with it.
You did it! Best recruit ever! But don't get cocky.
We'll even be able to know that a player's learned how to crouch and how to slide.
Ooh, cool.
You gotta make sure you can jump. And if you miss, that you can mantle up and climb to higher ledges.
Cool.
Those cultists have been killing Crimson Raiders left
Yeah,
and
previous
right.
games
They
didn't have
totally
that, if
suck
I'm not
scaring
mistaken.
balls, but I've got a
No, I don't think
foolproof
so.
plan to kick their culty
Those
asses.
are like nice quality of
So
life
as
stuff.
with most games, we're using the beginning to make sure that we teach the fundamentals. We're also setting the tone of the game, right? Just like our unique art style, we want people to feel right away what we believe helps to make Borderlands special, a style of writing that's both irreverent and genuine.
I hit a weapons cache nearby. Stay quiet and follow my every move. It's stealth time.
That was a random driving vehicle.
Stealth time. Gotta walk over here and gonna go
The game gives you the option to pump Claptrap.
Yeah, what up, Paul?
Perfect. Once we complete our mission, Lilith has to promote me to Super General. Stand back!
So we're throwing stealth out the window?
Relax. On Pandora, it's actually super weird if something's not exploding. Now take your gun, recruit. You're gonna need it. These guns, like myself, aren't beholden to their primary function. I can dance and sing. And some guns now include an alternate shooting.
I was gonna say it's got alternate shooting. You can see that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Follow me, recruit.
All right, so as Claptrap just mentioned,
really
in
nice.
order to stay competitive, some of our gun manufacturers have added alternate firing modes. And if we look here, we can see that we have a Vladoff pistol. And if we just fire regularly, we just fire bullets. But if we switch our alternate firing modes, we fire off micro missiles.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Ooh, that's very cool.
Now later in the game, you'll find guns that can switch between ice bullets and fire bullets. Or you
That's
might
very
have
cool.
a chain gun on top, but when
That's
you
cool.
switch firing modes, it'll shoot out grenades. It gets pretty crazy. And then players who maximize alt firing modes will have like twice the guns available than they had to start with.
Wait here.
I really like
I'll
that.
talk my way in, become their king, and then you'll surprise slaughter them in cold blood. Watch and learn, recruit. Hello? Anyone there?
This is Shin, holy influencer of the children of the vault. What do you want, Crambot?
Hello, bloodthirsty maniac. It is I, Claptrap, Slayer of the Destroyer, and Super General of the Crimson Raiders. We have you completely surrounded. Open the gates now, and perhaps
They can take my money.
I'll be merciful.
Oh, those, that wasn't gonna be hard, was it?
Let me think about that.
They might call themselves children of the vault, but they're still bandits, and bandits are incredibly stupid.
Okay, we're going to surrender. Please don't kill us, Crambot.
That's what I thought. Open the doors immediately for your new king.
Easy, easy. I'm coming out. Just wait right there.
We did it! I did it! Another victory for the Crimson Raiders! Hey, I feel funny. What's happening to me? Ah! Ah! Ow! It's off course.
Yeah, sliding's gonna be real nice.
Yeah, it looks
I like the enemy health bars
They've always had
as
that.
well.
See the degrading cover?
Thank you, Fix.
Dude, you've never played Borderlands, bro.
Sure.
Oh. Borderlands 3 is rated M for mature, right?
Put these bullets into the bad guys! That's a direct order!
There was the sweat.
Accept your power. You're gonna be my new chamber bot. I'm gonna boop your head.
No! Recruit!
I know Claptrap can be a little claptrap, but he's still one of us. We're gonna have to save him. I'll be there soon.
What?
So
okay.
let's see if we can find some loot. I saw over near that door. I saw a red chest. It
You
looks
sound
like it's
disappointed
trunk
with
of a car.
something.
I don't get the live action Angel.
I mean,
Who
they've
got
had
here?
it since the first
What
one.
else is there?
Or
Yeah.
have you not played a
Oh, that's
Borderlands?
interesting.
Oh,
All right,
Scrub.
so we can see that
Okay.
this weapon
coming from
has
the guy
high
who didn't know the
accuracy,
fucking
higher handling.
whatever.
Let's look at the other one.
That's what I thought.
All right, and this weapon has higher damage
the
and a
items
higher
here.
reload time. So it's either finesse or brute force in this case.
So what do you guys think? Should we shoot from the hip or should we go with that badass scope?
Oh, they're playing it live.
Yeah, they said they were
I
playing
think you
it
guys said scope, but I heard some. You know what? Take both of them. We'll try the scope and then we'll switch.
Hey, that was always the option.
Oh, that's pretty badass. These are like level 1 guns too.
They're not like level 1, they are.
Pistol fixes cereal. That's nice.
Oh,
You got shanked.
Oil's flammable.
Recruit, there's no way your supple and delicate body can survive a showdown with Shiv unprotected. Look around for a shield.
Okay, we need a shield. This is an area mission, so if we look around, we should be able to find some somewhere.
It looks way cleaner
Yeah,
than the previous.
I agree.
Not in the skag pile.
Daquan, you on this?
A lot cleaner. The gameplay looks also smoother, just the ability to slide and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That looks promising. Oh, there we go. 77. 105, that's better. Take that one.
You got it. Now you're invincible. Not really, but it just might keep.
Why the hell would you not have checked the other 2?
Now let's get you in
You take all of them.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah, he also just checked 2.
All your dumb friends are dead. I challenge you to a trial by combat. But because I'm stuck to this magnet, my loyal champion shall vanquish you in my stead.
Come on in, heretic! I haven't met my sacrifice quota for the day!
So I know you guys are getting ahead of me. You can know what's coming next. This is our first mini-boss fight. Daquan, you ready? We're flying without a net here, no god mode, so let's do it.
Yeah, bullshit, there's no god mode. I want to see him die now.
That tiny arm. So cute.
Nice. Yeah, that was sick.
That's what I'm talking about.
So far, more Borderlands, which is what we want.
Yes.
Oh god.
There's also something about this boss design that just seems better than what they've done previously. Granted, I never did like any of the endgame bosses, so you know.
Oh, that was awesome.
Score 1 for the Crimson Raiders. You and Claptrap secure the area. I'm on my way.
This game's dynamic, so it's like
Use the
different every
shotgun.
time they play it. That was like the best kill ever. I'm glad you guys got to see that. Oh, look at that.
Recruit, are you dead?
Why is
If
Randy
not,
Pitts
get
so
me down.
cringy?
The controls are on the second floor.
Now you'll notice that Daquan picked up the shotgun that Shiv dropped. We think it's
Borderlands
really
is a cringy
important
game.
that your
Yeah,
moment
I
of
guess.
victory should be have a subsequent reward to it right at that moment. So of course you can pick up gear right away.
I really like the look of the UI, I'll be honest.
All right, dude.
don't
Daquan
look
has the
that
same
different.
affliction I have, where you have to open every single.
Feels
freaking
cleaner.
chest. This is a demo. We can just, yeah. All right. It's so tempting, those green lights.
It feels cleaner and it feels a
Oh,
lot more out of the way.
Claptrap's nagging at us already. So it's not a Borderlands game, of course, unless Claptrap jumps between being needy.
It looks
and
pretty
bossy
much the
and
same.
just pathetic. I don't know
It
how
is
you
a
guys
little
feel
bit
about
cleaner,
but
but
I
it
still
looks pretty
kinda
much
love
the same as
Claptrap,
2.
So let's help him out.
Oh.
In Borderlands 3, you can revive NPCs, and NPCs can revive you.
That's cool.
Let's help out Claptrap.
Focus.
Wow, I did it! I single-handedly took on the XoB and sent them packing. Now all
Yeah,
that's
you're
left
right.
is to
It does
signal
look very
hello
same.
that the mission is complete.
You're giving this game more credit than like.
You're right.
It looks
Still looks
cleaner, but
You're right. You're being a negative Nancy, but you're right.
I'm not being a negative Nancy. I'm just putting things out.
You're being pretty negative right now. I'm just saying.
I'm not. Just you want to give the game credit for something that's not doing anything different.
Lilith, I can safely report that Operation Trojan contract was a complete success.
What do you mean?
I did it all by myself.
All I said was it looks cleaner. I said I like it. Can I not like it?
You said
Am
I
not
like the
allowed
UI, implying that you don't like the UI on 2.
No, it does. Wait, what? No.
So what's your name, killer?
Don't say that.
I am Amara. Nice tattoo, Siren Sister. You must be the voice in my head.
Yeah, about that. Not the weirdest thing you're gonna see on Pandora. But seriously, thanks for answering my call. We might not have the numbers, but with a badass like you, we've got a fighting chance. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders.
That's nice. I like the mission rule thing. That's nice.
More COV. Let's see what you got.
You actually know what you're getting, which is cool.
Chili recipe!
The guy not aiming down. His guns is bothering me.
She's pretty rad.
Nice fighting, killer.
So, we're going to skip ahead for a minute, but I want you to consider what we've learned so far. You're a new Vault Hunter, and you've just joined Lilith and the Crimson Raiders. Our enemies on Pandora are a fanatical cult called the Children of the Vault. And from here, you and Lilith will fight side by side to capture their recruitment center, where Lilith believes that she can recover a key that will lead her to find vaults on other worlds. The hunt will eventually lead us here to the Holy Broadcast Center, where a fearsome, powerful bandit boss named Mouthpiece broadcasts propaganda to the Children of the Vault all over Pandora. We're here to invade the Holy Recruitment Center, face Mouthpiece, and liberate the key to the vaults.
Okay,
No,
so
like
like
it.
Randy
I
just
like what I'm
mentioned,
seeing.
we've skipped ahead in this story, but if you'll notice, we've also skipped ahead in levels. So I want to take the time to show you the skill trees in Borderlands 3.
That looks nicer. That looks pretty much the same.
So, when you first get your skills in Borderlands 3, you don't just have one action skill available to you, you have all 3 action skills available to you at the moment you open it up. So then what you do is you equip one of your action skills. Do we want to take a look at the action skills? So this first one is Phase Grasp. Now, Phase Grasp will be reminiscent of Maya in that she'll be able to control the battlefield by lifting enemies up into the air.
Oh, no,
the next one here is Phase Cast. With Phase Cast, she'll shoot out a spectral form of herself to kill enemies on the battlefield. And finally, we have Phase Slam. Now, Phase Slam is an area of effect that comes out around Amara and destroys enemies and knocks them back.
Each tree didn't have its own
now,
action.
as you
Did it before?
progress, once you've picked your action skill and equipped it, you'll also open up augmentations that allow you to further customize that action skill. So there's a way to maximize the build of your character.
We've worked hard to make sure that each of our 4 characters is completely unique. But even within each character, there are hundreds of meaningful options. If 2 people want to team up and play the same character, they will very likely have completely different capabilities.
You ready to go?
Let's do it.
He's bad with the mass. The other guy's bad with the controller.
Ooh.
I was very lucky. All right, you leveled up.
Now, one thing to look out for is to
Still got
look
the Xbox
at the
keys.
damage numbers that come up
Or
off
the controller might
enemies
be
here.
connected still.
So
That might be
we'll
all it
use
is.
some of that
maybe.
information later, but just for now, like, look at some of these numbers, like 56,
There are a few
26.
destructible environments, by the way, with those though. Just a few. It's not like everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're like fully destructible, but if you shoot at it, stuff falls off.
Oh. Now that's a Hyperion shotgun. Hyperion shotguns have shields that come out.
You want to switch back to that shotgun?
I will have a place in the great fucking dragon.
You wanna go?
So great.
You definitely think streamers will be playing the other characters as well, right?
Oh, with the full
It's a new elemental type, radiation.
Guy hit critical mass.
Why is that?
Oh, I was just
If a
curious.
radiated enemy dies, he'll explode and radiate the enemies around him. Okay.
I do like that you can hit the barrels now.
Mayhem. All right, I think you cleaned this area up. Let's see what kind of loot we can find.
Try that, some back.
That's an outhouse, but it's got a green light. It's some good stuff. Okay, let's see here. So Amara's level 5. These weapons are level 5. I want you to notice that, by the way. Notice the two here. We've got a rare and an epic, both level 5. And the reason why I want you to remember that is because that was kind of a challenging fight. We're going to need some help for the next section, so we're going to bring in a co-op buddy. Borderlands 3, of course, is fully co-op playable, split screen, networked, however you like to play. Amara just picked up the purple. Turn around and let's look and find our co-op buddy. This is Zane Flint, the operative. Say hi, Zane. All right, we're going to switch to Zane's view. Can we flip that now? Okay, this is Zane's view. I want you to notice something
level
here.
25.
Zane is level 25. So obviously Zane's been playing longer than Amara, who is level 5.
That's cool.
And if we look at Zane's loot,
they figured it out, yeah.
He's got his own instance
That's
of
actually
loot. What's
very
going
nice.
on here? This is called loot instancing. It's a new optional feature in Borderlands 3, and it allows each cooperative player to have their own instance of loot. Instance loot is helpful for players that want to play cooperatively but don't want to compete for the loot that drops. There's nothing worse than when you're getting online with randoms and there's a loot ninja in the group, right? So instance loot solves that problem for players that want to use it.
We see you.
The other feature that complements this is level balancing. Notice how Zane's loot is not only instanced, but it's actually balanced for his level. That means the loot, the enemies, everything automatically balances to the level of the player so that everyone has a good time. In my co-op group, some of us would get ahead of the others, right? And then when we come back together, we'd be out of whack. Well, with instant loot and this mode of gameplay, everything balances out.
So is this on by default?
That's okay. You can clap if you'd like.
Hopefully.
Now, there's still some of us who actually like competing for loot or bringing in overpowered characters to help, level up those lower level characters. And for those of you who are like that, we can assure you that there is still a mode for you in Borderlands 3. It's called Classic Mode.
That's right.
I do like getting carries.
Now that we've seen
If you play in
Zane the
classic
Operative,
mode, can you
let's have a look
switch
at what
between
he
it,
can
or
do.
is it like
Since
a
Zane
set
is level
mode?
25, we've already equipped a lot of action skills and our skill points here. You want to walk us through this, Paul?
Yeah, let's do this. All right, so the first skill we have is Digiclone. Now, Digiclone is really cool because it not only acts as a decoy, it will actually shoot guns as well. But probably my favorite feature is the fact that you can teleport to your Digiclone at any time and swap places. This next ability is called the Sentinel. Now, the Sentinel is an autonomous drone that'll fly out to enemies and weaken those enemies, or even use your grenades if you have grenade mods equipped.
That's cool.
And then we have the barrier skill. Now, Zane will throw out a barrier in front of it, and it'll block incoming bullets.
Oh, you can have
and things
two
like
action
that.
skills.
But of course, one of the coolest features is that,
is that unique
if your
to him,
team
or is that like a
Zane
level?
around this barrier, sometimes
sure.
it'll confer benefits like
Okay,
healing,
who's carrying Fix
or
the end
even if
game?
you fire through it,
Whatever.
it'll add elemental types to that. Now, probably my favorite feature of Zane is the fact that Zane can use 2 action skills at one time.
Okay, so it's Zane only.
That's right. And if you think about it, if you think about Zane, right, like he's got his barrier, which is kind of like the soldier class's capability with that turret. He's got the Sentinel, which is, you know, almost like Mordecai's Bloodwing, but a little hyped up from that.
Sure, yeah.
He's got the Digiclone, which is kind of like our assassin skill from Borderlands 2. He's kind of like a soldier, a hunter, and an assassin all wrapped up in one. All right, we've got Amara, we've got Zane. We know what they can do. Let's get into the Holy Broadcast Center and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
Oopsie, looks like we've got a technical issue, but don't worry. We'll post the welcome vid later along with some new Let's Plays. Signing off for now. Don't forget to like, follow, and obey.
Another perfect live stream from our infallible God Queen Tyrene. The Holy Broadcast Center opens once again to hear your sins and receive your skins.
Ouch.
Still got it.
See Zane marking targets for the Sentinel. Also check out his damage numbers, right? His enemies are level 27, but his damage is balanced to Amara's game, because he's in Amara's game right now. For Amara, those enemies are level 5. All right, we clean this area up. Let's see if we can find some loot.
Okay, now, once again, being honest, you know, to show the breadth of guns that we have in the game, or just some of the breadth, we cheated a little bit and added some chests with some better weapons here.
That red chest isn't going to be in the game you play. We just added that for this purpose because it's okay. There's plenty of red chests. You guys will be fine. We'll feed you baby birds. It's cool. We wanted to show you some TDR guns, right? Because you remember TDR, they're disposable. Instead of reloading them, you throw them away. And when you throw away a TDR gun in Borderlands 3, some crazy shit can happen. We've got, you know, guns with legs. Let's see some other options. What does this one do?
I thought that was going to be a skill. Oh, that's sick. That's
That
really
makes
cool.
those guns so much better. I dislike those guns in Borderlands 2.
Go, just ignore that green on the ground there.
We're just not going to learn, are we? We're just going to keep eating those speakers.
That's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
Go get him, guy.
That's actually very nice.
Oh, it's adorable.
That's so nice.
You can see that when Merv's rockets out.
Yeah, throw another one of those Merv guns out. Check this out. With homing rockets.
That's so good.
That was a little close to your ears.
Oh, goodbye.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, exactly, Tony.
Oh, you learned. We can dodge that.
And that's without like grenades and stuff.
That's wicked.
Yeah, I think we've got a grenade.
I see some ammunition vending machines. Hey, walk up to that ammo vending machine. I want to show you guys this. Now, he's already full on ammo. But you just press X, or press Y right there, and you can reload all your ammo. You don't even have to go in and buy things one at a time.
Thank God.
Of course, you can buy individual pieces if you want. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever you play a video game and you happen upon a room where there's ammo and vending machines to kind of make sure you're stocked up, it can be a pretty safe bet that you're about to run into a boss fight. Not only is Borderlands 3 a much, much larger game than any Borderlands game before it, but we've added more boss fights than ever before because we think boss fights are exciting opportunities for players to have their skill tested, but also to be rewarded with kick-ass loot. So let's go ahead and see if we can find Mouthpiece.
All right.
Play that tune, boy.
Drop that beat.
He's using an iPad as a shield.
Oh shit. Sonic Doom. I think he saw the Sonic trailer.
Saw the Sonic trailer. Was like, hell no.
Cool boss design.
His shield.
I like the fact that they've already said there's more bosses. Because I like the bosses. I always find them fun.
Zane used his clone teleport to dodge that area of effect that Mouthpiece just made. Oh shit.
Oh, so he can just keep switching between the two clones. Okay, I thought it was kind of like a one and done thing.
My gun's just running headlong.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Oh god, you're gonna need it.
And every boss has its own like unique drop as well, right?
Gotta look at the loot.
Or at least he did past.
Yeah, let's get the loot.
Borderlands
Hey,
games.
did you guys see the gun that Mouthpiece was shooting at us with the like kind of sound waves flying out?
That's
Check this out.
The gun design seemed a lot better. Oh yeah, this is his unique gun.
That's the gun he just used. Yeah, they didn't have that in the previous game, so what's that?
One of the greatest feelings in Borderlands is when an enemy's using a gun against you, you kill that guy, and then you take that gun and use it against your next foes. I love that so much.
Yeah. Well, let's do what we came here for, and let's get the ball back.
I just want to say, from what Randy said, it's in past games, Fix.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
You played Borderlands before, Fix?
Well, you missed the show.
Clearly not.
But you're all like, what's up with those husks? Well, it's a thing I do. Check out the screens.
They did.
So I offered the Sun Smashers a place in our family, but they just wanted guns and cash. They betrayed the family. Oh, then Troy said something great.
Gods don't negotiate.
Gods don't negotiate. I love it. Love it. Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
And that right, Stu, you're my most
So
loyal
you've just
follower.
met Troy and Tyrene Calypso, the Calypso twins. We learned earlier that on Pandora there's a cult called the Children of the Vault, and every cult needs leaders. This cult is led by the Calypso twins. And they've sort of built a cult of personality around themselves, right? You guys know the type of streamers we're talking about, you know, the kind of streamers everybody hates. So these are like the douchiest kind of streamers of the impossible future that you can possibly imagine.
Sounds like Chris.
Wow, Fix, he's describing you.
Sounds like you, mate.
Okay, wait. Is it me? Someone who said nothing about followers, or you who had immediately like pointed out who your follower was, huh?
Vault monsters.
Who's talking about?
Of course, we're Vault Hunters. We can't allow her to beat us to the prize.
Typical
so
villain.
With the Vault map in hand, we're now in a race to find the vaults hidden on other worlds throughout the galaxy. In other words, when we go to those other worlds, we're going to need a ride, right? So later in our venture on Pandora, we're going to find a spaceship.
Do we get to customize
Rest in peace.
I'd like to introduce Sanctuary 3. We don't talk about Sanctuary 2. Since Sanctuary 3 is our home base, it's a great stopping point between missions. On Sanctuary 3, we can meet our friends, trade our loot, and prepare ourselves for what comes next.
This is gonna be like fucking Mass Effect.
You'll notice here there's a quick
Can we romance
station where
people?
we can modify our appearance, but there's a new vending machine here on the right. This is sort of a space lost and found. Have you guys ever lost loot in Borderlands, like a purple or a legendary lands in some place we can't reach? We collect all that lost loot, and we'll deliver it here for you. You'll never lose loot again.
That's very nice.
All right, so let's talk about this. This is your player quarters. Now, because we're playing Amara right now, all of the decoration, everything is built around Amara, but you can see that you can place items that you find in the world like this gun. All right, we got a Torg pistol here.
Pretty rad.
But again, you can modify your player quarters to how you want to play.
That's cool.
So since we picked up a pistol, we'll take it with us on a tour around Sanctuary. And why don't we stop first? Let's head over to Marcus just to keep going. Ignore that golden chest.
Bilby, thanks for the host, bro. Appreciate it.
Marcus's place is right around the corner here.
It's a beautiful day.
Sure, that's Marcus's place.
Now, in Borderlands 3, Marcus will be our vendor for upgrades to our storage deck unit, right?
Ah.
So we can get more storage to carry more loot and more ammunition.
You'll notice that
it costs...
Oh, it's not just, yeah, it's not Iridium this time.
Yeah.
Marcus also has a shooting range back there, so if you want to get your skills up, practice with any interesting new guns you found, you can do that. We're just going to take a look around this place. Isn't that cool? This map has changed more hands than any other content in Borderlands 3. We've had so many of our talented world builders want to get their hands on this and make it great.
Moxie, let's go!
It's not a hub until you have a Moxie's bar, right?
Fruit machines!
I know where I'll be spending my first 10 hours of the game.
It's yours, sugar. Thanks for the help, sugar. Come back.
Multiple fruit machines!
Here, let's try it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Bad luck.
Well, thanks for encouraging that.
Try a different one. No, where are you going?
Let's keep going.
Go back!
Can't leave till you win!
Go back!
I mean, it's just such a...
That's me. I'm there for hours.
The level I didn't work on
Quest
this one
controls
that
and
much.
Moxie at the bar. I'll just be playing fruit
some of
machines.
it, but the guys that did the art for this.
So what we'll do, Fix, is you'll be winning money, and then you give the money to me, and I give the money to Moxie.
These are the jokes.
You're up late.
The hut world looks well thought out, to be
Knock.
fair.
Anyone home?
Yeah. I also think it's also more condensed than how Sanctuary was in Borderlands 2.
Surprisingly comfortable, you know? Like a fleshy sleeping bag. Although I do feel a bit viscous.
So Tannis is back.
She's into vor.
Let's go head up to the bridge.
Heard she's a furry. Oh, sorry.
Everyone's
That's
a furry.
she lets us sleep in furries.
Hey,
My
Paul.
Yes, Randy.
What can we do on the bridge?
So for the first time ever, we can leave the Pandoran system.
You can see Pandora in there in the distance.
What's up, killer? All right, let's get to it.
We're in orbit around Pandora right now. We'll check it out briefly before we take off. You can see its distinctive Iridian scar. But with a spaceship like Sanctuary 3, we can visit other worlds. Now, this is early in the game, so we haven't unlocked a lot of the other places that you will get to explore. But for now, we're going to do interstellar fast travel to Promethea.
That's cool. It's not just a cutscene. The ship moves.
Yeah. And this is probably like loading.
Yeah.
A bit like God of War.
Yeah, but it's smarter ways to disguise the loading. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to go down to Promethea in a moment and check it out. We'll have to make our way
100%.
to the docking bay in order to do that. In Borderlands, you'll be able to go back and forth between Promethea and Pandora and all of the other worlds that you discover throughout the game.
How many worlds do you think they'll have?
Might even find a few familiar faces here.
10.
10.
What's up, badass?
Yo.
What do you think bare minimum would be?
I love Maya's look. She's fully Jedi'd out. We'll take a couple other stops on the way down to the hangar before we head to Promethea. Continue our tour of Sanctuary 3. Oh yeah, let's go to Hammerlocks.
Now here in Hammerlocks, one of the cool things is Hammerlock asks you to kill different creatures, and this is a trophy room for killing those creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's you. Apologies, it's dark and I've never actually cleaned this monocle.
You can see right now all
So
of
these
the
just like
trophy mounts on the wall are empty, which
random enemies or like
we've got
side
work to do,
bosses?
right?
I guess there'll be stuff that it tells you to go get, but they're actually show up in the world, so there's a reason to do it, I guess, kinda.
Now here in the ship, you can see we have.
I'm assuming you'll get a gun or
built in.
something once you do all of them.
The more time you spend on
Or
Promethea, the
everyone
more
you do.
familiar you'll get with it. We've kind of engineered some shortcuts and other ways to get around, so you can find what you need pretty quickly.
How's your day going?
I like that.
Hey there, sugar boots.
Hey there, sugar boots.
Ellie's sort of our ship mechanic, and she runs the cargo bay. Down here, we can check out vehicles we've collected. We can also get access to the planets when we're in orbit. We've also got some stowaways we can meet.
What you
there you go. There's your Iridium, man.
Wait, show us what we can.
Come back, never.
I think
Show us what we can buy.
There said veteran on it.
Don't look at me like
Whoa, Claptrap, what you doing?
I don't. And he locked us out.
I think he's building a girlfriend.
I can't believe that Claptrap's lonely. It's just hard to believe. So we're gonna head to the drop pod here. This will help us get down to Promethea. In fact, why don't we just skip ahead a little bit? Rather than start at the beginning of Promethea, we can jump forward a bunch of levels, and I want to show you some pretty exciting action here. In the lore, Promethea is the headquarters of the Atlas Corporation. And you'll notice as we
We're not
proceed
seeing
that
Borderlands at
Atlas is
E3.
actually under siege by Maliwan and their private army.
No,
You see,
I don't
in
think
There's
so.
no reason
Borderlands, in this universe,
They
when a
have nothing else
corporation
to
attempts
show.
a hostile takeover, they do it with full
Maybe you'll see a
military-grade
tiny
force.
trailer, but no.
Now, before we start, I want you to take a look.
We
at the
see it
gun
at
we're using
Xbox,
here.
and
This is
it's
an
an
Atlas
Atlas
pistol.
crossbow.
Now,
That could be cool.
the cool
yeah.
thing about an Atlas pistol is it has.
I don't think it'll be
fire
like a
mode
big
that
thing or
fires out a
anything. I
tracking
think it'll be
dart.
like a minute
When
or
you fire
whatever.
the tracking dart, it marks a target, and then every bullet that you fire subsequently will hit that target. It's like the Fifth Element gun.
Finally.
Shout out to Resistance.
So let me introduce our demoists. We've got Chris. Chris is playing as Zane, and Zane's going to be our co-op buddy this time. And Paul is playing as Amara, which is what's on screen for us to watch. You'll notice Amara and Zane are both at level 10. And we've actually set them up with microphones so that we can listen in on their chatter as they play.
Oh,
Paul,
don't
Chris,
tell me
you
you're
guys
gonna do the
ready?
cringy stuff. This is always so bad.
Oh no.
All right. So
This is always so
let's
bad.
watch.
This is
the
never a good
world's
idea.
First Borderlands 3 co-op live stream. Take it away, Paul and Chris.
After you. All right, I'm going in.
Oh no! No!
Damn. They were so well.
There's a bunch of enemies over here. I'm gonna head on the right side and try and
No!
split them up. All right, I see a couple behind cover. I'm gonna just pop a tracker.
That's sick.
That game's cool. Ooh.
Switching
I
over
like
me.
that ability.
Nice shot.
Man, they were doing so good.
Melting on
I mean,
shield,
it's
switching
just
to
not
fire.
easy to
Good ground slam.
do
Yeah,
it.
he's down one on the left still.
Especially
Backers in.
especially when you're
I'm just
acting.
gonna rain grenades on the crowd.
Yeah. Even if like they're like, oh, just be natural. As soon as you know, like,
All right, there's one up there. Can you get him?
171,000 people just
Hit him with a
watching
grenade.
the official stream.
Got him. Down.
yeah. That ability looks good.
Why would who thinks this is a good idea? As much as I didn't enjoy Randy you know, but
Randy's cringy because that's how Randy is. This just feels.
some quality
So you
firepower.
just heard from Lorelei. She's an all-new NPC. We skipped past her introduction since we skipped ahead, and we skipped also a lot of her storyline, but trust that you'll be able to meet and spend a lot of time with Lorelei and other NPCs as you explore Promethea and the other worlds of Borderlands 3.
I just want to know
You
if
guys
we
ready
can
to finish
romance
the fight?
people. He hasn't answered
go.
yet.
There's no, you cannot romance people.
I'm going around right.
All right, gonna throw down a shield.
Cool. Gonna swing into the shield. Taking out shield for you.
Yeah. Picking it up.
Switching to corrosive for this. Tracking a bunch of them.
Pull them all in. Nice.
And burn.
I feel like a lot of the guns have a
Alright,
much
got a
more
big crowd
unique
on the
look
left
to them.
here.
Gonna switch to the
Granted, we
shotgun.
haven't really seen much.
Flash trooper, go for the pack.
I got this guy.
Got two more over here. Nice.
Last one.
He's done.
Nice.
I see a chest back here.
See what you get.
Chest.
All right, one I can't use, one I can. Got a Torg.
Got a bunch of let-off pistols.
That gun was so cool. Why would you switch that?
Can save it.
To show,
Oh,
that's pretty
delayed
cool.
fire mode.
That's cool.
Ready to move
Sounds
on?
cool as the
All
other
right.
gun, though.
How'd you know?
What?
How'd you know?
The other gun? The one where he marked people and the bullets flew to them?
You'd be trying to show off the game. Zero. They're showing out a lot, man.
That makes you kind of question how big the game is. We've been working on it for 5 years.
Wow. Thank you guys. Wow.
I guess Zero's a fan favorite.
I don't know if anybody got that math joke, divide by zero, but
They got it.
we're nerds, you know, what are you gonna do? Look, we can't wait for you guys to play this massive game for yourselves and to discover what other surprises and characters and
We have 9 more
plot
minutes.
twists and everything there is to experience and explore in Borderlands
Randy,
3.
you better keep gameplay coming for 9
today-
more minutes.
Based on the time we have, we've just been able to show you just a tiny fraction
Randy,
of
you
the
better
game.
keep the magic out of this,
So,
mate.
With that, I think what we want to show is just a little bit more.
Maybe
of
the
breadth
magic
we
will be
have. So
him
we
disappearing in more
prepared a trailer
gameplay.
for you here.
I want that magic.
gone.
Show me that trick. Bless you.
Thank you.
This is just a trailer summing up everything we've seen.
Yes. And showing off some new bits.
Oh, he cute. Who said Big Daddy? Guaranteed, confirmed right there, Big Daddy.
New environments.
Will each planet have its own like hub area? You think?
No. No, your ship.
No.
You mean the ship, right?
Not just the ship, but I mean like a smaller hub area.
No, I think they just use the ship as the area.
Okay. That's cool. Bouncing bullets. That's very cool. Did he just spray paint his gun?
No, I don't think so. That's sick.
Very nice. I'm liking what I'm seeing of the gun so far.
Yeah, the guns look a lot better. A lot of quality of life bits, as it looks like. In
Yeah.
an open, prettier world, I'm all for it. They're not changing the game. It's not. It's Borderlands. It's not.
It's Borderlands.
It's not trying to be
generally,
anything
like a
else.
better experience.
Yeah. Which is good.
There seems to be like a variety of enemies as well, which I feel like Borderlands has always had.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I enjoyed it, Tony, too.
I was expecting something to sway me from this, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anything swayed me. I like everything I saw.
Negatively or positively?
Thank you.
What do you mean?
Sway you negatively or positively?
Oh, sway me negatively, like something I didn't like, or
God,
that I wouldn't like enough to like be like, maybe I don't want this.
This makes me want to play 2. 2's DLC, to be fair.
We should do the DLC at some point.
Oh, wow. You know, I don't think
Some
we've
point
ever
this
shown
week?
this much of a Gearbox game before, or just soon after announcing it, frankly. The fact is, we've never had this much time to finish and polish a Gearbox game before. So we're feeling really good about the position we're in and excited to bring Borderlands 3
Game of the
to
year,
the
watch
world.
this space. Tony, calm down,
As
son.
you can plainly see, we've made a commitment to
You
what
can't say that because
Borderlands is
Resident Evil
supposed
2
to be.
came out this year, and even
We
if
made
it
a
was a better
commitment
game,
to
Fix would
story,
not admit
the
it.
style and the design that our fans have told us loud and clear that they cherish and want us to preserve in Borderlands 3. You know, it's an interesting time in games right now. There's all kinds of people making all kinds of money, doing all kinds of interesting stuff out there. We just love video games.
Shots
We think
fired.
Video games are supposed to be fun, and we love Borderlands, so we wanted to make sure that we were true to what it is. And if you want to play offline, we've got you. If you want to play online, of course, all the
They have the
co-op
best
modes you
like
expect are
marketing
there.
strategy.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Give
some
gamers what they
fantastic
want.
campaign DLC, and I'm sure we're gonna do all kinds of fun customizations like heads and skins. But we're not doing any of that free-to-play junk. There's not gonna be any microtransactions. There's not gonna be any of that nonsense.
Good.
Nice.
And if you've played a Borderlands game before, we expect you to feel right
Like
at
the
home.
easier
We've made
monetized,
sure to
the
design
shift keys.
Borderlands 3 in the
Easily.
story and
Mhm.
in the gameplay and
Yeah.
everything such that this is the perfect entry point
Even like
for any
character
gamer
skins and the
who's going to be
heads and the
experiencing
emotes and all that
Borderlands for the
stuff.
very first time when Borderlands 3 launches on September 13th. And what you've seen today so far, it's really just scratching the surface. Borderlands 3 is massive. It is by far the largest Borderlands game we've ever made. And we've just had an hour to touch a couple things near the beginning of the game. Working closely with our publishing partner 2K Games, you can expect to see more and more
Gotta
Borderlands
respect
3
2K for
through the
not
summer
trying to
up until the launch on
push in
September 13th.
Make them
microtransactions.
We're
force it
planning to
out
share more and more
and
of the
all
game
that
at
stuff,
upcoming
yeah.
shows, right? We're going to be
They
at
give them 5 years to
E3,
make the game.
We're going to go to Gamescom in Germany. We're going to go
That's
to
a
the
long
Paris
time.
Expo, of course. We're going to hit a few other things. We're even going to crash Guardian Con in Orlando. So that should be fun. And we're not even finished today. In this room with us, we've brought 200 AMD-powered machines where you guys are all going to have a chance to play Borderlands 3 yourselves. It's going to be an unguided experience. We're going to just drop you in
I like to see
Prometheus,
some
do
people
whatever
already
you
at the
want,
computers.
mainline quests, side
That's what I'm
quests,
talking about.
just
where the real
free
gamers
play,
are.
right? We're going to give you 90 minutes. And I know all of you guys are going to be streaming to all of your followers, so have fun. We want you to have a blast with it. If you're watching them on Twitch, if you're watching these guys play on Twitch, be sure to take advantage of the custom Borderlands 3 Twitch extension that we've created at
It must
Gearbox.
already be out.
You can link it to your Shift account so that you can start collecting Borderlands 3 loot today.
No, I'm
and
talking.
that's going
I
to
think
be
they're talking
waiting
about
for
from like the
you
viewer
when the
point of
game
view.
launches on September
Because I'm pretty
13th.
sure all the streamers that
Now,
are
it's
there
gonna
have
take
it, but I don't know if it's like
Paul
something
and the
that's
rest of the
readily
Gearbox
available for
guys
everybody.
A few minutes to get everybody set up on the stations over there. So Paul's going to get going on that, and I'm just so glad that we're here today and that we can do this. Thank you guys so much. By the way, while they're setting up, fortunately, we've got the folks from Kind of Funny here.
Hey.
They've seen Borderlands 3 for the first time here at this event. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we're going to kick it over to Greg and Andrea and Fran, and they're going to share their thoughts about Borderlands 3.
As
for
you're a
everybody
friend, though,
watching,
not fully
at
Kind of
home.
Funny, that's
And
jokes.
Thank you guys
That
so
makes
much for
sense,
coming
though.
here and being with us.
They're there
I'll see
with
you
Kind of
soon.
Funny.
Cheers.